Alright, this thing's working. Hey, so we're gonna start off with some interesting things, I guess. So I bought a temperature gauge, and it's to one of those spark plug style ones. So you put it on the spark plug and it can read temperature. And it's 49 degrees out right now. This thing acts really quick. And we're also gonna play with a tachometer I bought. That might be interesting to hook up. And we're going to take temps on this bike. We'll run a couple different heads on it and see if those change temps at all. And then we might change the ignition up and see if that changes temps at all. I'm just curious to see if this bike gets hot quicker or anything with a different ignition or a different head. That'll give us some information on how they cool or how they heat up, and different squish bands and stuff, creating power and other things like that. Temperature is important. You can either blow up a bike with temperature or whatever, you know. Let's find out. So I had to do a little filing, but you can see there that I got it on there. And it goes to this right here. Damn, that metal's cold. I just filed it a little bit ago and it got up to 78 degrees, and now it's already at 51. That thing reacts really quickly. Pretty sweet though. So we're going to play with temps first before we get on to RPMs. But yeah, stay tuned. Alright, we're going to start this bike up. We're at 50 degrees right now. I don't know if you can see that very well. Let's see what happens. I guess it'd be good if I put the spark plug wire on. Can't be starting bikes without that. God damn it. Clutch just took a shit. What the fuck? Alright. Try this again. Had a clutch related failure, but I don't think we'll have that again. Or we will. I gotta adjust the clutch again. God damn it. Weird. What's up with that? Maybe I gotta bolt it to a head bolt. I'm not sure. Let's try this again. Making smoke rings. That's entertaining. Alright, so we're gonna try this again. I had to move the touch probe that reads the temperature. Right now we're at 67 degrees. I had it on the spark plug and it was wigging out. I don't understand why. Probably something to do with voltage and current, and something maybe with it grounding itself out. I'm not sure. So we're going to find out here in 1 second if we got it to work right this time. I'm still pretty new at this stuff, so I don't really know all the facts or why things do things, but hopefully this works. I only paid $44 for this damn thing. I'd hope it worked. Let's try again. Come on. I gotta adjust the clutch. She's not grabbing enough. I'm gonna put that 10 millimeter. Let's try that. Alright, I'm a little lost. I don't understand why it keeps wigging out. I have a feeling it has something to do with the fact that two strokes are AC current and the spark plug is grounding itself out into the head. I don't know why. Oh boy, we got 93 degrees. Look at that. What in the hell do I have to fix to make this work correctly? Not too sure. Alright. Video over. Sounds like she's starting to idle down a little bit, warming up. This thing gets hot pretty quick. Quite surprised. Wow, this thing got pretty hot. Probably because it's just sitting here idling. But damn, 316 degrees. Holy shit. Glad we got this thing figured out and she's all solid now. Let's see how fast this thing drops temp. Super curious to find out what temp these things hold when you're just kind of cruising down the road on like a 65, 70 degree day. We will find out. Man, fucking sweet. I don't know if you guys heard how high this thing was winding, but it sounded to me like I was probably hitting somewhere between 8 and 9 grand once she was warmed up and actually wanted to run right. But this is a 67 jet, just a Zeta 66 pipe, stock carb. Nothing really that special. Still running 40-to-1 braking gas in it because I'm not 100% sure it's broken yet. Damn, this thing loses temp quick. Gotta love a 50-degree day. Wow. Next up, we'll hook up the RPM thing, tachometer. Stay tuned. Some info for you guys on the temp gauge that I just used. I had to use a NGK type R plug. The stock plug is not an R, which means it's a resistor plug. Takes out the interference. And so that was my issue when I first started with the temp gauge. The NGK type R fixed that issue. So if you're going to run a plug, don't run your Z4C plug. You're going to have your NGK type R BR6HS. That's the plug that'll fix that issue, and you'll be able to get an accurate reading with your temp gauge. Next up we got tachometer, and I gotta change some settings on it to make it work, but should be fairly easy to do. Pretty excited to get that going, see what this bike can rev out at, and we'll go from there. Stay tuned. Alright, so I'm putting the battery in. We'll figure out how to make this work. Battery's kind of a pain in the ass to get in there because it likes to pop out, but we'll get her. So pop all the screws in here like so. Just tighten these down real quick. By the way, I'm a very novice video creator, so if I make mistakes or something isn't factual or whatever, it's probably because I'm nervous and making a video. I don't know why I'm nervous because I haven't even put the video on the internet yet, but whatever. Anyhow, so we got that on there like that. It says taut. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to read some instructions and figure this thing out real quick. By the way, this thing's pretty sweet. Has a backlit display, waterproof. Does hours and RPMs. It'll show your max RPM record, and yeah, all sorts of good stuff. Look at the instructions here real quick. Settings. We're gonna have to set it for what we're doing. Number 1, install battery when using screws, blah 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 blah. Mounting instructions, product uses, stroke settings. Menu 6 times. At touch, no backlight interface. Enter the stroke settings. Jeez, a lot of information here. So, 4-stroke, 2-stroke, 2-stroke, 1 cylinder, 1 spark per revolution. Measurable RPM range up to 30,000 RPMs. Holy shit. We need a 2-stroke, 1 cylinder. So looks like 1P1R is what we're looking for. So how to get there? Operation map. So it says here taut interface backlight out, so there's set and menu. So we want to hit menu. What in the world? Maybe I ought to hold it. Maybe I put my battery in backwards, who knows? Short press menu once, taut interface backlight once, menu job, clear LCD set, menu blah 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 blah. I don't see any other buttons. I hope I didn't put the battery in backwards. Oh, check that out, she lights right up. Oh, there she goes, she's hitting stuff now. Okay. Alright, to interface, backlight out. Short press the menu once. Taut interface, backlight lit. Short menu press. Job interface. So we need how to set RPM alert, no. Max RPM alert, no. Job. CVC. What's CVC? Set plus setting value. Troubleshooting. God, there's so many settings in this thing, I don't even know where to start. I think it's already set up for 1PR. Let's see. Come on, you piece of shit. Why aren't you working? Being a real pain in my ass. $8,500 RPM set. And this is a max. 1PR1, okay. 0.05. What the hell is 0.05 for? I don't know what that's for. We got stroke setting. Press the menu 6 times, taut, backlight interface for stroke setting, default stroke limiter. RPM display, meters, engine current RPM, shut down LCD, taut interface, RPM interface automatic, RPM setting, taut, look back interface, RPM setting, interface, default data, RPM alert is 8,500. It alerts me at 8,500, okay. And actual RPM is larger than RPM alert value. RPM alert outcome will flash together. This tells you that it wants you to stop or that you're overloading it. Wow. It's kind of neat. Alright. Well, let's just try and hook it up and see what happens, huh? I like that idea better than anything else. I need a zip tie. I need a zip tie. Zip tie this biatch on. Alright. So it was saying that I have to wrap this piece around the spark plug wire like 5 times. Or something like that. So let's do some wrapping. Get out of the way. 2, 3, 4. I need a little bit more. Rewrap this sucker. One, 2, 3, 4, almost 5. Not sure if the zip tie will hold it or not. I have to just tape it. Come on, zip tie. Yeah, I don't think this is working out the best. Let's try tape. It's not very easy. Where's my black tape? This'll work. Super tape. Come here, zip tie. You was a fail. Now you just get a hang out. Come on. Okay. Chunk of black tape ready to do something there for me. And then rewrap this. Seems failed. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm not sure what my camera angle's like right now. Whatever. God, it's raining out here. This weather sucks. Can't even go ride, so I gotta make videos about experimental bullshit. That's okay. I like this part of this hobby better than doing too much riding anyway. I love science. So it's fun. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't interfere with our temp gauge in any way, shape, or form. That would suck. Alright. I'm going to zip tie these on in place so they don't move around. Make it a little easier to deal with. Put this one right here. Come here, temp gauge. Damn, our motor's still at 106 degrees. Ain't cooling down very fast, is it? How to run this so I don't get it intertwined with bullshit. Wherever you guys are at, don't come to Oregon. You won't get a lot of ride time in. You'll be doing what I do and poke around with bullshit, because 95% of the time it's raining here. The other 3% of the time it's sun shining. And then after that it's just road construction. Oh, come on, you piece of crap. This one's a lot harder than it looks to get perfect with a zip tie. Whatever, that'll work. Let's see if this tack works. Turn the gas on. Looks like it's working. I think it's double of what it's supposed to say. Trying to choke it off enough where it actually slows the motor down. Trying to figure out my idle here. I'm not sure if these things actually idle this low, but we'll find out. Sure don't act like it anymore. Let's see what we can do. I got this thing to hit 10K. I had to put this GoPro down to do it. I actually made it on the video on my phone, but I think I can check it on here. Come on. Come on. There we go. Max RPM, 10,200. This engine is not ported. Stock intake, stock carburetor, 67 jet, and a NGK Type R plug with a 026 gap, I believe. Yeah. Interesting, huh? I know the bike won't pull it at that, but sure makes me wonder if I can get it to. Anyway, I think that's all for today. I guess we'll play with some more later.